Hi, my name is Robert Faber, and I would love to tell you all about the story of a game that changed my life forever, or as I like to refer to it, my date with Destiny. Back in October of 2014, I was 2 months into the sophomore year of my piano performance program at a little college on the west coast of Florida, unaware that I was about to undergo a journey that would change my life forever. The journey began prior to that semester when my parents gifted me a newly minted PlayStation 4. Now, although this may not sound exciting, 19-year-old me was absolutely elated to have received the newest iteration of a PlayStation console. I had been a gamer since birth, with a Game Boy and a Nintendo 64 attached to the hip throughout my childhood. You can see this in a not at all embarrassing photo of prepubescent me on the right. Due to this lifelong fascination with gaming, I found myself once again scouring the aisles of the local Walmart in search of a new game to help me pass the time. What I found was far more than I had ever expected. The game I eventually stumbled upon was Destiny, the critically acclaimed sci-fi looter shooter that had just released the night before. Looking back on it, it seems as though it were my destiny to find this game. In the 7 years since I first purchased my copy of this life-altering game, I have sunk 3,600 hours into Destiny and an additional 2,000 plus hours into its sequel, Destiny 2. I spent the equivalent of 233 days digging into these games with friends and dissecting almost every element of what made them good, how they could be improved, or how I could see the game's encounters from a different perspective. These games radicalized my thought process when playing through any game and became the foundation for how I viewed and understood video games on a larger scale. Destiny is the reason I left my degree program at that little college in Florida and set out to find a larger purpose within myself. I found that purpose in video games. I discovered that I not only found an appreciation for video games, but an eagerness to create those things myself. Because of Destiny, I found a greater calling. I found lasting friendships and a community that made me feel like I was part of something bigger. I developed a burning desire to be a part of the teams that made games like this possible. And that was all the motivation I needed. The moment I identified where I wanted to work and where I wanted to do, the choice was very clear. I wanted to equip myself with as many pertinent tools as I could and bring my unique perspective and expertise to any design and development team. That is why I am here today, asking that I may showcase my skills and abilities and prove how I can be a valuable asset to Bungie and the teams that make the story like mine possible. On the Bungie career website, it's outlined that the recommended designer understands how game engines, technology, and the development process all function and work in tandem to create something special. While pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Video Game Design at Full Sail University, I believe I have developed and built a repertoire of tools to further the company's vision of creating a living and breathing world that brings people from all places together. My degree from Full Sail has equipped me with the fundamental skills to help collaborate with other designers, artists, programmers, and producers to achieve a common goal. In my degree program, I studied essential classes such as programming in C and C++, level design, world building, game development, and game balancing. The culmination of my degree program was my own personal game that I built and programmed from the ground up. I worked tirelessly with artists, musicians, and testers to turn my game's vision into a reality. I trust I can use these skills and my knowledge from my undergraduate classes to be an excellent member of the game design team here at Bungie. I strongly believe that my education, passion, and eagerness paired with my unique vision and expertise of Bungie's games would strongly benefit the company and the visions you have for Destiny and beyond. To me, gaming is much more than just a hobby or a way to pass the time. I believe that video games are a form of self-discovery and escapism in the way that someone might read their favorite book. Instead of simply following along on a character's journey, you create that journey yourself. The development process is one that takes unbridled discipline and collaboration. By pouring your heart into something that you love and are passionate about, you leave yourself vulnerable, and that vulnerability is what makes good games great. Reflecting back on when I first discovered Destiny all those years ago, I am grateful for the unmatched fulfillment the game has provided me with, and I would be honored to join your team and uphold the work you've done while continuing to foster and create impactful worlds for years to come. Thank you.